Hey there everybody, this is Shanigo, and welcome back to more of the story mode for Dead or Alive 5. In this part we're going to be taking on Kokoro's part of the storyline. Well, we're probably going to be meeting someone familiar who's been playing the virtual fighter games like a maniac. So, Kokoro, still in training to become a geisha, she has mastered the fighting style of Baji Kwan. At a trip to Tokyo with her mother Miyako, she sees a familiar face on an outdoor monitor. They had faced each other in a Dead or Alive 4 tournament, but Kokoro felt a stronger connection to the lady than just that one fight. Also, is it just me, or does Kokoro, like the way they make Kokoro here, kind of look like Tifa Lockhart from Final Fantasy VII? It might be just me.
Oh, it's her. That lady from the tournament. Dead or alive. Maybe if
And
I
yeah,
hit her,
the video for that Helmets talking and stuff, I believe that was actually one of the promos for the actual one of the promos for the actual game.
What the hell are you thinking? You're gonna get yourself killed.
Lisa, that's the last person you really want to be
Kokoro.
dicking about
Is
with.
that you?
Mainly because I'm controlling her and you're just gonna get your ass kicked because,
Now apologize.
yeah. Also notice that on this level there's actually promos, promo emojis of the, I believe it's the collector's edition when they did promos for that, of Kasumi Bikini DLC type thingy. But yeah, this is just telling you how to block and counter attack with a throw, because basic combos actually have a long, like, sort of semi cooldown time. So you manage to block them, you can actually, if you can quick enough, you can actually throw them really quickly and do some damage. Or else start to counter attack your own with like blows. You need to do it 3 times. May try and do it, but I kind of like just beating the shit out of my poser here. And well, yeah, I just done what you're supposed to do. You stop being a total fat knocker and perish already. Alright, you asked for it. You asked for it. Oh, well, the plan was to do a power blow. Which is probably going to happen
Is your mother?
in this chapter, how power blows work.
Miyako okay? Is she here with you in Tokyo?
But yeah, if you notice, the health bars, they actually glow red when the
something to do with her work.
when the health bar is like less than half your health. And you can actually do a power blow. By default, it's usually holding back and then the punch and kick buttons at the same time. Sometimes it's the back down diagonal and punch and kick. It depends on the character. I believe Kokoro's is the one with back variety.
Hey.
Hello there, Genly. How are you doing today?
Here.
I said, no, I don't want nunchucks. What do you break that vase for? Silly fool.
What'd you do that for? Don't get too worked up.
And I believe there is... Oh, this stage is actually the first part of the part that we get into later, which is... For some reason when I choose random select on my copy of the game here, so I just want to use that one more than the inside one. There's actually, I believe there's another floor below this one, and then, or you can just knock them out of the window. But low block and floor, it's similar to how you did Faceline Mariposa. The AI is pretty much set to try and low attack you. So you can just block the low attack, and there's probably like enough cooldown time that you can actually throw them. But again, I'm just gonna beat the snot out of them.
Oh, you should really put some ice on that.
And I find it really funny when Kokoro does that, when Podge puts some ice on that, on the frickin' ice stage. There is the actual outside to that room. You actually come out to the big Japanese building over there. And here's where we're going to meet our friend for the Virtua Fighter series. After Kokoro's done her silly little dance. And this is probably where we'll end up showing off power blows. And also the critical burst mechanic. Which I will probably not be doing, but this douchebag will. Basically, power blow, I explain, you do a certain move when you're half health, and you do a set of attacks leading up to a power hit that takes up a lot of eats a lot of your opponent's health bar. The critical burst happens when you might have noticed by now that sometimes you get a critical hit or you get critical stun and it starts glowing red. If you do a certain move during that, you get critical burst, which, well, basically just makes you a sitting duck.
Let us begin.
And it's usually the best time for a power blow if you're losing. Doing that, I believe, is a title achievement. You need to do that with every character, land a critical burst and then do a power blow straight after. And the game is introducing us to counter holds, which is basically you want to use middle punches, which is backwards and the block button at the same time. I actually don't really use holds all that much. I just generally like using strikes and throws. That's generally my playstyle. I rarely counter unless I'm kind of getting the stuff and beating out of me, and I kind of need some momentum on my side. This is also, I believe, this is also the very last fight of Kokoro's storyline.
Get ready, fight!
You might want to watch out for Akira, because I noticed he tends to do a lot of the well, blocking as well as just generally, especially when he's got less than half his health, he generally starts being pretty aggressive. Because there've been times when I've been playing this before, I've got to like less than half my health, and Akira decided to just go really aggressive and kick me in the rear end.
Time sure does fly.
And hell, that was rather easy for once. I usually end up losing that fight a couple of times. Incidentally, by defeating Akira there, you actually unlock him as a fighter, as a playable character in the versus mode and arcade mode and all that. And you also get an achievement for doing so. So should add that to the part there. But in the next part we're going to do Mila's story. Mila's probably the favourite of the two new people. I'll probably explain why when we do that, because it's more based on her fighting style really than compared to Rig. And we'll be seeing Rig later on anyway, so yeah, until then guys, this is Shago signing off, and I'll see you next time. Ciao!